What it do, cyber world? It is your girl, the one, the only Ash said it. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com, babies. I appreciate you guys hanging with your girl today. Of course, on every day, as we do in a major, massive way, I want you guys to continue to push forward and you can dream whatever it is that you want to do. You are capable of doing it. It's just putting that one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? It's one step at a time. You got to do it. You got to push forward in it. So today I have the pleasure, the honor of having with me published celebrity fashion stylist, creative director, personal shopper, everything under the sun, Mr. Lunden Olin. Lunden, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being on the show today. So, Lunden, let everybody know where you're from. What city do you represent?
I'm from New York. My family's from the South, though, South Carolina as well. So I kind of rep the South, but I'm definitely from New York. I was raised in Brooklyn, so Brooklyn all day. But, you know, I got love for New York all over. So Brooklyn, Queens, New York, you know, Harlem, they all love me.
Okay, cool beans. So where did your love for fashion design begin?
I think it was like maybe around, I would say maybe like 9th grade, 8th grade for me. I didn't really know it yet, but I was in theater, so I was acting a lot. And then one time, I think our coach who was doing the clothes, I think she got sick, so kind of like I had to jump in, and that's when I like started to, you know, just the cast and get to work with clothes, and that's when I was like, maybe I don't want to do this acting thing because this whole clothes thing is actually fun because it's really a story behind the clothes as well, just as much as it is with acting. So it was kind of, I would say, around 8th grade for me.
Okay. So when did you start to take the industry serious as far as from going from a hobby, from something that you like to do to, wow, this is what I want to do for my career, for my life?
I would say maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I did my women's line. I used to design gowns and ready-to-wear. Mm-hmm. So it was like around that time when I did a fashion week show. And just the turnout for that, I thought wasn't going to be, you know, I'm a Cancer, so sometimes I'm a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. So I doubt myself a lot when I'm like, oh, this is going to be perfect. It has to be perfect. There can be no mess-ups. So for my fashion week show, when, you know, it really turned out really great and it turned out like we had to turn people down at the door type stuff, that's when I kind of realized, I was like, okay, maybe, you know, the industry is really, you know, messing with me now, and I can't like just be like, oh, I'm just a regular stylist, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I had to like, you know, just be like, let's stop acting, you know, because sometimes I try to, you know, keep it cool, because I meet a lot of stylists that are so into themselves. That's not, you know, what I like to do. Like, I'm more about my client and more about the next person making them feel better and making sure they look good. So I kind of, you know, I hate those when it's like, oh, talk about, you know, when people started messing with you. But I guess I have to start keeping it real, I guess. How people mess with me, I guess.
Definitely. Well, one thing that I love about you and your style is the fact that you style both men and women. And yes. I know that sometimes that can be a tricky factor for stylists. For you, mm-hmm. What was the determining factor with that? Was it something that just kind of came naturally?
This is my opinion. I feel like a stylist should be able to style anything and anyone. Mm-hmm. So when I got into this, I was like, I don't want to just style one thing, even though, I grew up with a house full of sisters. So I think that was my focus. Like, I just want to style for women. Mm-hmm. That's how it really was for me. But then it was like, wait, I don't want to be put in a box as far as like, oh, I'm this one stylist. And honestly, I'm fighting that right now. Like, I'm kind of known like as the love and hip hop stylist right now. I'm kind of trying to be like, hey guys, I can do it a lot more than just this, so don't like put me in this box. You know what I mean? So I'm fighting for that as well, always, to be the bigger and better stylist that I can be.
Absolutely. And we see that recently you've just styled Jay Ellis, and everyone knows him from the Insecure, HBO's Insecure. What was that like to style him?
It was actually really fun. I got to work with him. I got to work with Tia. I always get their name, like which wife it is, but I think it's Tia.
Yeah, I think it's Tia.
Corey Hardrick and Coleman Domingo for 12 Years a Slave. We shot them for Heat magazine. It was really, really cool for me. It was kind of one of the turning points for my career. When I realized, I was like, okay, so I got to stop acting like I'm, again, that like, oh, I'm just, you know, just a cool old stylist. You know what I mean? I have to stop acting like that. And I was like, holy crap, you know, these are people that I used to watch watch as, even Coleman Domingo. Like, I used to watch him as a kid. So just seeing him, being able to style him and just working with all of them. They were like, Corey Hodrick was so cool. He actually wanted me to style him for another event. And it was just unplanned, but because, I did such a great job, he wanted to work with me again. Wow. So that, for me, was, like, really exciting. And honestly, I was scared because I was like, I never really styled men as far as high fashion in the celebrity world. Right. When it comes to the celebrity world with with fashion, it was more like rappers. And, so it was more like jeans and hoodies and stuff like that. Now I'm asking to do like 3-piece suits, and I'm like, oh, I hate suits. So how can I do that and still make it look good? You know what I mean? So it was a challenge, but I think I conquered it.
Absolutely, because they looked fabulous. I did see those pics. They looked very much on point.
And I have to throw it out because I said I hate suits. I just hate suits for me. Like, I'll put suits on any client, but for me, I don't really like it. If I wear a suit, I'm a sneaker guy with my suit on.
All right. Now, in the industry itself, a lot of people have different factors or prerequisites. Do you have any certain set of standards that you have for potential clients?
No. I don't want, because what I try to do is allow any and everyone to work with me. So I don't want to say like, no. Let me go back on that. Yes, I will say that then, because I don't play with my race. I don't play with my time, and I don't play with. Yeah, I think those are the two. My time and my money. Yeah, let's just go with those two. Those are big for me, and I'm kind of in, like, literally as we talk, I'm literally texting a new client. I'm just like, I'm doing so much, and then you're asking for, for so little. You're doing so much. Like, why? I don't understand a lot of people with that. It's like, some people should just chill sometimes. Like, I feel like, but hey, I guess that's my job, so I gotta deal with it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when you're in the industry world, period, and you wear more than one hat, people think, oh, they can shortchange you because, oh, well, we used to go back, we went to middle school together, or we used to work together back in the day, and it's like, respect my hustle the same way.
I have that personality like a friend too. Like I have that like, oh, we've known each other for so long type of personality. So I think that also gets people like, oh no, it's okay. But my thing is that I tell anyone, can you go into a regular store right now and be like, hey, so I want these jeans, but can I get it for like $40 instead of $80? Can you do that? Because I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah.
So why you get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that because it's I had to cut some ties with some people. And it's just when you respect what you do, you want other people to respect it because honestly, I take that as a sign of disrespect.
Exactly.
I take that as a sign of disrespect. So, yeah, moving forward, Lunden, have you ever had to cut a contract short with a client for their misbehavior? And you don't have to say any names. We don't want to put nobody on Front Street.
You know what? I would say I haven't yet, but I will say that I've been thinking about it with, some people, but I don't want to. You know why? Because I feel like that just comes with the job. You have to deal with people's personalities. You have to deal with people's drama. You have to deal with people's cattiness. But, it comes with it if you want to be the stylist, because the stylist is sometimes a friend. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be there for that person. So it's like that hairstylist that you're sitting in that chair for an hour and talking about your business. It's kind of the same thing. Like, I watch these people's kids sometimes. I'm in their houses sometimes. I see their marriage sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, all these things. So it becomes like a family. So then I'm like, you know what? Hey, maybe you're on a bad day. Maybe I'm having a bad day. Maybe we're just not clicking today. You know what I mean? So instead of me saying, like, oh, well, we're not vibing right, so let me back up. Or unless you disrespect me, I don't want to say I won't ever step down, because if it's disrespect, then it's disrespect. And I don't care how much money in the world. I'm good. Like, I'll step out. And I haven't been disrespected, so once that happens, I think I'll be chilling.
That's a blessing, then. That's absolutely a blessing within itself. So, with you wearing so many hats, you're so multi-talented. Is fashion still the first love for you?
I'm gonna give it a buck. I'm falling out of love the fashion, I'll say that.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. Only because I feel like the industry that I'm in is like kind of being drained, and it's like it's becoming fake. And maybe it's always been fake, and maybe I just didn't know that. But I just feel like fashion is kind of like, I thought it was kind of about being creative and being who you are and making a statement. And now I feel like, no, it's just about following the trends and who's the hottest person wearing it. So now I have to wear that. You know what I mean? Like, and I try to tell people when I'm styling, like, for me, it's not about a label. Because I can put you in that expensive label and you still look trash.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of about how you wear things and what looks good on you and, you know, how things fit you. So, you know, but I feel like that's us being brainwashed into like, when you make it or when you're in this position, you must wear this or you must do this. And it's like, who says that? You know what I mean? Like, why we can't just make our own rules?
Definitely. So for you, what has been your biggest challenge in making a name for yourself?
What's been the biggest challenge? Just not having a backing, like an agency. Cause I was with an agency for a minute, and I feel like that sometimes helps when you have that. But when you're, entrepreneur like myself, and I run my own company, and it's all about I bring everything to the table. It's kind of like sometimes. But when you have a PR or an agency or somebody that's in your corner, it kind of helps you. But like I said, I work for everything I ever got, so I'm going to keep working for it. So if I don't get an agency, right now I'm with, McKella, she's a Grand PR. That's one of the companies I'm with. She's really dope. But, it's always a hard struggle, I think, with any artist getting to the top, and it's never going to be easy. So unless you're like, a weak person and you're going to give up, I think as long as you just keep going, it's going to get better. You just can't give up, I think.
Absolutely. So for you, what has been your most memorable memory or experience thus far? So all together, the past decade, what has been your most memorable experience?
I'm going to keep it a buck. When I really realized, holy crap, not that I made it, but people take, what I do really serious. Finally, when I one of the artists flew me out with this weekend, Las Vegas. We did a video shoot, and it was my first real full video shoot as far as being in charge of the look and all the stuff. And they flew me out, and I didn't have to pay for anything. And it was whatever you need is just let us know. The car is downstairs for you, that type of stuff. And I grew up in a house full of 8 people, and we had a room full of 4 boys and one 2-bed type of situation. So for me, growing up, it was rough. So when stuff like this happens, I realize, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed. It's wow, all my hard work finally pays off. So I think that was one of the moments for me when I was holy crap, this is kind of cool. I can get used to this. You know what I mean?
Cool. So what are some of your current clients that you're working on right now?
I'm working on, who am I working on right now? Working, of course, with Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink. I'm working with a couple of actors right now, different magazines that I will just wait till you can see that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. So I would just say keep an eye out for Lunden Olin and what I have in store, because I'm never going to stop. So you might think, oh, he's slowing down.
Nah.
You think I'm slowing down. It's there's more.
Exactly. When I'm quiet, that means I'm in the background working. I'm cooking up some stuff.
Exactly.
So, Looks by Lunden. How did that come about?
How did that come about? Looks by Lunden. Well, it's because I wanted my name, of course, to be in it. And then I was like, everyone at that time, when I decided to do that name, had style in their name. It was style is this, or style that, or this style. I'm just like, It was just annoying. And then I was just and it was one of those moments where you say something, you don't realize you said it. My friend was like, did you hear what you just said? I was like, what? It's just Looks by Lunden. The look that I'm putting on them. Well, duh. It was dumb. Honestly, it was nothing. It was sat down and planned. It was really one of those, I guess, rolled up splits, talking with your friends moments.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. So now that you're so well accomplished and you're still working to top your last huge accomplishment, what advice would you offer to any up and coming stylist that aspires to do what you do?
Not just a stylist, anybody that just wants to be in the industry or just in the arts period. I just feel like my thing is to find your own lane. I always tell people that. Find your own lane. And what does that mean? Like, find something that no one else can do that you can do better than anybody else. And keep doing that and make your what you do the greatest that you can be so that, no one can tell you no. And I feel like once you can do that and once you find your niche, keep learning and keep trying to find more and don't give up because this industry is hard and they're going to tell you like, no, you're good, but somebody's better. So keep believing in yourself. Don't give up. Because I'm saying that. I keep saying that because that was me. I was like, I'm too young or I'm too old or I'm too black or I'm too this. And it was like, you have to stop doing that to yourself because you're joining the team of a whole bunch of other people not following for you. You know what I mean? Move for yourself.
Definitely. So, Lunden, let everybody know. Let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, how they can stay up on everything that you're doing.
Yes, you can follow me on all social media. That's Looks by Lunden, LUNDEN, and that's Looks by Lunden on social media. That's Looks by Lunden, the website. That's Looks by Lunden at Gmail. Looks by Lunden on Snapchat. Looks by Lunden. It's all about the brand. So you can always find me anywhere. Just Google Looks by Lunden.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Lunden, I thank you so much for joining us today, and
thank you so much.
I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Of course, this is the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We are across social media, iTunes, iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, Stitcher, Google Play, and y'all can check your girl out on April the 10th on Food Network. Help my Yelp, all right? So I'm going to be on there. The Atlanta edition, of course, they're going across the state, so we got bigger and better things coming. Y'all keep an eye out for your girl, ashsaidit.com.